Today's Parsha of Vaetchanan tells us about the 10 commandments. And the last commandment is the most difficult to understand, when the Torah tells us, Lo tachmod, do not covet that which belongs to your fellow, don't covet his wife, his animals, or anything that belongs to him. How can the Torah tell us what to desire? If I'm walking down the street and I see a nice Mercedes, I see a Ferrari, and am I forbidden to desire it? Can I really control what I desire, what I don't desire? So there's lots of answers offered to this question. I'd like to focus on one of them, which is not explicitly said by the Ketav Kabbalah, Rabbi Mecklenburg, who lived in Germany in the end of 1700s, early 1800s, but he alludes to this idea, and I heard it elaborated upon by Rabbi Asaf Bednarsh, and he says that essentially, not all types of jealousy, not all types of coveting are forbidden, because if you study the Talmud, it says in Masechet Bava Batra that Akinat Sofrim Tar B'Chachma, which means that jealousy amongst scholars increases wisdom in the world. In other words, that if it's a positive thing if you have jealousy among scholars, each scholar trying to one up the other, because ultimately that's going to bring about greater discovery, greater creativity, more knowledge, more wisdom in the world. So what's the difference between the good type of jealousy and the bad type of jealousy? And ultimately, how can we answer our question, which is, how can the Torah tell us what to desire and what not to desire? And the answer is that there's two types of things that a person could desire in this world. There are things that if I see that it belongs to my friend, I desire, if I were to get it, that would mean that the person would lose it. If I see a Ferrari on the street and I think, man, I wish I had that Ferrari, well, in order for me to have that, he'd have to lose it. As opposed to wisdom, where if I see my friend who's brilliant and is full of knowledge and I'm jealous of his knowledge, well, I can go to a library, I can go to a Beit Midrash and study and match his level of knowledge. So what the Torah is telling us is a very fundamental lesson as to what we should be desiring in life. The things that we should be pursuing and desiring are not ultimately those things which are limited in number in this world. Not to say that it's frowned upon to seek those things if they don't belong to other people, but ultimately what our goals should be focused on are those things which are unlimited, in the sense that anybody could grasp them, and the more the better, because it will increase wisdom in the world and ultimately bring the world towards its more positive purpose. Have a great Shabbos.